Inside today's video, you're going to be learning an awesome challenge that's going to give you a fun way to increase your hamstring flexibility, and all you need is this kitchen roll. Now, if you're suffering from tight hamstrings or you need to increase your hamstring flexibility, you want to be able to maybe touch your toes or get further in that stretch, well, there's a really good move for helping with that, and it's called the hip hinge. And that's basically where you're going to be bending at the hip, keeping the leg straight but not locked out completely, and then keeping the back straight and bending forward. Now, what we're going to be doing today is a nifty challenge that we picked up from our Get Fit challenge that's going on right now. So for those of you that's been on our channel for a little bit and you've been watching the previous videos, you know that we have a Get Fit challenge going on. And right now we're in week 3, or we just finished week 3, and the results so far have been pretty amazing. Just within 3 weeks, we've had people doubling their pull-ups, being able to increase their push-ups, people being able to increase their mobility, flexibility. We've even had people cutting down weight. So people have lost 6 pounds, 12 pounds, even up to 26 pounds right now in this challenge so far. So some really awesome results. And one of the things that we wanted to do just to make things more fun in this challenge was to have people turn in mini challenges. So we had a ton of people turning in mini challenges, either for strength or for endurance, stamina, or mobility, like the one you're going to be learning today. And this challenge was turned in from Gary Hewitt. Now, Gary Hewitt was in our previous challenge. He actually won that challenge. He was the top challenger, and because he got amazing results and helped a lot of people get some awesome results during that challenge. And if you remember, if you were part of the last one, he turned in a video called the GH50 Push-Up Challenge. And we actually shared that on our YouTube channel. And so we really liked this challenge that he turned in, and so we knew we had to share it with you. And it's a really cool one. So here's how it goes. Basically, you want to get a kitchen roll or the inside of a paper towel roll from your kitchen that looks like this. And what you're going to do is this is about 12 inches or so, and what you're going to do is you're going to mark off each of these little rings. These are an inch apart. Just put these marks on there for an inch apart. And all you're going to do is you're going to set it down on the ground, and the goal is you're going to spread your feet a little bit further than shoulder width apart. You're going to place your hands behind your back, and what you're going to do is perform a hip hinge. So you're going to bend down. You want to try to keep your back straight, so we're going to try to keep our back straight the whole time. And what you want to do is bend down as far as you can and try to pick up the kitchen roll with your teeth. So you're going to bend down like so, pick it up, come up, and then for each one, so you got the 12 inches, then you're going to cut off an inch and then repeat. And the goal is to go all the way down to where there's 1 inch left and you can bend down and pick it up. Now, I'm going to do this here in a second. I know I'm not going to be able to get that far. We've had people in the challenge get all the way down to the bottom, which has been pretty crazy. Now, for this move, it can be a little advanced for some of us. So what I would recommend is starting very small. So just getting used to and comfortable with that hip hinge. So spreading your legs a little bit, keeping the back straight, hands behind your back, and just bending forward like so. Just going really light until you get a little comfortable. And I'd also recommend just doing a light warm-up beforehand. And then before even attempting this, you may have to raise it up. You may have to raise up this thing. So get some books, get something to stack this on top of. Here, let me get something real quick. So for example, you can find something like this, put it on top of there, and then perform it so it's a lot easier. And then pick it up and then lower it as you go. Or like Thomas mentioned just a second ago, you can stack 2 of them, tape it up, and do it like that. This is just a really fun way to test your hamstring flexibility, and it gives you a challenge so that you can, once you get to a certain level, you know, okay, I've gotten this far, let's see where I can go maybe within the next week or so. And this is just a fun way to test yourself and a fun way to increase that hamstring flexibility. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and try this challenge, give it a go. So either go through this with me or watch it and then see how far you can go. And of course, share it on Instagram, tag us in it if you do this challenge, and let us know how far you were able to go. So I'm just gonna go with start with full length first, and then we'll just start cutting it down. All right. All right, round number 2. Okay, this is round number 3. Now, for those of you, I'm using this tactical knife. It's a little tactical knife for cutting, but scissors definitely work a little bit better. So, here we go. All right, this is round number 4, down to 7 inches. Let's see if I can get this one. All right, nope, that's as far as I'm getting today, at least for this one. Now, I know there's a few people in the challenge that went all the way down to here, so we'll see how you do. If you do this one, be sure to put it down in the comments section below. Now, Thomas wanted to jump on here because he's doing a lot more research into the hip hinge and some other very important points with that move, so I'm gonna let him jump on real quick.
All right, so I had to jump on because you're using the hip hinge here, and even though the hip hinge looks like a simple exercise, it's actually, for a lot of people, it's more difficult than how it looks. So let me just give you a few tips to help with the technique so you're doing it right, and that way you really get this fundamental exercise down proper. So first, you wanna always initiate with the hips, bringing the hips back. A great way to emphasize this, a simple trick, is karate chopping at the hips here. So you're gonna karate chop, and that really helps to let you know that you can bring the hips, or that you're bringing the hips back first, okay? The other thing, and this is very crucial, is having a straight back. So a lot of people will either arch too much, round too much, their chin will go too far up. This is a common one. We want the chin to be slightly tucked and maintain this straight back, initiating at the hip hinge. And now a healthy range from Kelly Starrett. He's probably like the man with mobility in my opinion. And he mentions a healthy range for your hip hinge is actually a 90-degree bend here and being able to reach that and then come back up. So just know that's a good healthy range. Now, the mobility challenge that you're doing here is awesome. It's fun, but for some of us, it might be just a little too advanced. If that's the case for you, then you can get some good increase with your hamstring flexibility with some videos we have down in the description. You can check that out. And that's gonna be a little bit easier than this challenge for you.
All right, so that was some extra tips from Thomas over the hip hinge, and that was Gary Hewitt's mobility challenge. So be sure to do that one, check it out. It's gonna really help a lot with achieving better hamstring flexibility and getting that hip hinge better. A lot of great things, benefits from that. So do that right now, get your kitchen roll, try that out. And if you do it, be sure to tag us on Instagram. Now we're gonna post Gary Hewitt's group down below. Be sure to show him some love. He's always posting up some really awesome information, and he's always got some good stuff to share. So check that out. Now remember, if you want to accomplish some awesome flexibility gains and you need to get better with your flexibility, check out our course that we have down below because that's going to be a great resource for you if you want to do that. Now, for the loyal subscribers out there, you may be wondering what we've been up to recently. Well, the past few weeks, or a few weeks ago, we went to the International Climbers Festival in Lander, Wyoming. Now, there's really not much to do out there, but the rock climbing there is super legit. We didn't get to do as much climbing as we would like to, but if you ever get a chance, if you're a climber, or you want to get into climbing, you have to check that place out. And what was really cool is that we got to meet a guy named Kyle Vasilopoulos, and he's the owner of the Gannett Grill and Lander Bar, and then there's another place called Cowfish connected to it. And those two places, if you're in Lander, there's not that many places to go to, but those two places are pretty awesome, great food. And when we went there, there's a little courtyard section in between, and we got to see some really cool live music. So definitely wanted to give a shout out for that. Now, as always, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe. And if you have any more questions or anything, put that in the comment section below. We'll try to read through those, and we'll see you in the next video.